Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of this two-part tutorial. In this part we are going to be looking at highlighting and contouring. Specifically we're going to use the NARS Laguna bronzer. I'll open it up and show you. It looks like this. This is the one with the ITA brush as well. And to highlight we're going to be using the new Becca highlighter. This is the one that Jaclyn Hill created with them. Called Champagne Pop, and it looks like this. So if you're interested in learning how to highlight and contour, then I can show you. It looks like that video. Okay guys, so this part is going to be on contouring. So all I have just now is my eye makeup done, just the lid and my eyelashes. To start with contouring, I like to use foundation as a base. So I'm going to be using the Revlon Colour Stay. This is one for combination oily skin. I'm going to be using a mixture of natural tan and buff, which is these two here. And to apply that I'm going to use the Sigma F80. This is the flat top kabuki brush. So just going to go in circular motions. Okay, so we have got our foundation on. The next thing we're going to go in with is concealer. I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Again, I'm mixing two shades. It's NW20 and NW25. They look like this. And to apply the concealer, I'm going to use the Beauty Blender. Okay, so I'm actually going to do 2 pumps of the darker and 1 pump of the lighter. And that's going to act as not only concealer but a bit of a highlight as well. Put some on the Beauty Blender, just in the pointed end. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in a triangle motion. So let me get my brush just to show you. I'm going to start from here, and I'm going to dab it along here, and I'm going to go down here, and then just join it up. So we're highlighting all this area in here. So pop it along there, down there, and then join them up and fill it in. So we're concealing the under eye, but we're highlighting at the same time, because you want to highlight the centre areas of the face. Get right underneath your eye. And get right in the corner as well. Okay, so that's that side done. Exact same on the other side. So you've got your triangle shape. We're going under the eye, down the side of the nose. I'm going to just put a bit more on. Down the side of the nose, and then join them together. You can actually go across your nose as well if you want. Just get right in there. You can then take whatever's left and just do the centre of your forehead. Bring light to that area. You can do your chin. Down the centre of your nose. You can also do just a wee bit on the cupid's bow, just there. And that's us done with the concealer. So that's actually us done with all the liquids and creams part of contouring and highlighting. So this is the part where I set my face. Now I've got oily skin, so I set all of my face. If you've got dry skin, combination skin, whatever, you can just highlight, you can just powder your T-zone if you want. So just this area here. I'm using the Ben Nye Luxury Powder. This is the banana one. I also use the translucent one as well sometimes, so I'm just popping it in just a wee dash because it doesn't have a sifter. And for that I'm going to use the Sigma F25. So I'm just going to start with the under eye. Set that area first. And then just set the rest of my face. Now this is just an extra step, but sometimes if you're using a big brush to powder your face, you can't get right in here, so I take an eyeshadow brush and I just use, this is just the eyeshadow I used to set once we put our base on. So I'm just literally going to take that and just put it under there, just to set under there. So now is actually the time where I would go ahead and fill my eyebrows, so I'm going to quickly do that and then we'll move straight onto the contour. Okay, so the eyebrows are done. We're going to move on to the contour. So to contour I'm going to use NARS Laguna, which is this here. This is a limited edition set that came with this brush. So this is a mini version of the normal one. I don't actually know how to pronounce it. It's spelled ITA, so whether it's Ita or Ita, I don't actually know. But this is a really good brush. You can see how straight it is. So to contour I either use this brush or this brush here. This is the Sigma large angled contour, it's the F40. So I'm going to start with this one and then I'm going to do a bit with this one. I always do powder contouring as well. I have cream contoured, but I prefer powder. I think it's a bit more natural, but it's completely up to you. So to start with, I'm just going to dip my brush in the powder and just tap off the excess. Now, what you want to think about when you're contouring is, general rule of thumb is going from the top of your ear to the corner of your mouth. So like this shape here. Okay? If you have a brush and you start up here and you just roll it down, you'll feel where it indents just about here. And you can actually just feel for your cheekbone. It'll curve round under here. So imagine a line that goes from the top of your ear to the corner of your mouth, but you only want to contour to probably about the edge of your eyebrow or the arch of your eyebrow. Just about there probably. Right? And then you can blend it down and round this curved bit of your cheekbone. So we'll start with the Sigma brush, tap off the excess, and you're just going to sit it in here and just wiggle it, and you'll start to see the colour come off. You can actually see, instead of dipping your brush straight in, dip it in at an angle like this, so it's going on the edge of the brush, and that will make it a bit sharper. So just pop your brush in there at the top of your ear and just start to wiggle. And you can see the colour building up. Just keep going. And never brush your contour down the way, because that's going to defeat the purpose of contouring. You want to keep this area light so that this area looks more sunken in. That's the whole point of contouring. The point of contouring is to make areas of your face appear more sunken in, and highlighting above those areas to make them look like they're standing out, which is why you highlight under your you contour under your cheekbone and you highlight on top of your cheekbone. So take a wee bit more of that, tap off the excess, and just pop it back in there, wiggle it, wiggle it up the way as well, and pop it back in where your cheekbone is. And and then what you can do is bring it down a bit more, and you can feel where your cheekbone curves round, and you can just curve it round there once most of it's blended out, because you don't want a really dark line there, just a wee tiny bit. Probably won't even really see it that much. And if you're not used to contouring, just take it really slow. Just put tiny wee bit on, go in, tiny wee bit on. Don't go in with loads to start with, because it will make it a lot harder to blend out. So we're keeping going with that. We can come round the cheekbone now. So once you've got the contour like this, you want to even it out. So I'm taking some more, just tapping off the excess, and I'm going to go on the sides of my forehead. This isn't necessarily to contour my forehead, it's just to even out the contour that we've done in the cheeks. So bring it right into your hairline so it all blends in. You can do the same on the other side. And you can even do it a wee bit on your jawline. I wouldn't do too much on your jawline, but just to make it a wee bit more defined, you can do that and just bring it down your neck as well. It's probably actually a good time to use this brush on your jawline, it'll probably work a bit better. Just a tiny wee bit though. So where we've got this brush, I'm going to dip it in. Just going to dip it in like this, and again tap off the excess. I'm going to put it right in here. I'm going to wiggle back and forward, and I'm going to then wiggle up and down just to blend it all out. And this will just make your contour a wee bit sharper because the brush is so straight. So if you want a nice defined contour, this is the brush that you're wanting. You don't want to do massive up and down motions, just a wee bit, mostly up to be honest. And again you can just curve it round your cheekbones like so. So that's the main contour done. I don't normally nose contour, but if you did want to, you would just take a fluffy brush, just a tiny bit, and just pop it right down the sides of your nose, and then you can highlight the centre. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm just concentrating on the cheeks mainly. So once you've done that, take the same brush that you powdered your face with and just go under, just a tiny bit under there. You don't need to dip it into the product, just whatever's left on it, and just put it under there, and that'll sharpen the contour up a bit. If you were cream contouring, you could just take your foundation brush and do this. And you can just do the same in the centre of the forehead. And there as well. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with some blush. I'm going to use a MAC blusher. I'm going to use this one here. This is Breath of Plum by MAC, and I'm going to use a Morphe M403 brush. When I actually got this brush, it was broke like this, but it's actually such a good brush that I just keep using it. So just pop a wee bit of that on the brush, again tap it off and just pop it in the apples of your cheeks, okay? And again, start light and build the colour up. And if you find that once you've finished your eye makeup or whatever, just go back in with more blusher or more contour depending on what you want. So once we have done the contour and the blush, we are then going to highlight. I'm going to use the Becca Cosmetics, oh god, you can't even see the writing on it. I'll take it out of the box. This is, I'll show you the back actually. This is the one that Jaclyn Hill created with Becca Cosmetics. It is called Champagne Pop. and it's currently my favourite highlighter. It looks like this. You can see it's really, really nice. So to apply this, I just use an eyeshadow brush. It's a wee pointy one. This is a Morphe M412 brush. Looks like that. So I just take a wee bit of the highlighter, tap it off. I'm just going to go right in the cheekbones here. Like that. Same on the other side. And I also do under the brow bone, just the arch. I don't go right in here, just under the arch there. Other side as well. And I do a wee bit on the cupid's bow to make the top lip appear a wee bit more full. Going to pop a wee bit more on the cheeks. I really, really like this highlighter. I bought mine off Sephora. It came really, really quickly. So that is it for the highlight and contour. I hope that's been helpful for you.